A very good morning to you and welcome to the Morning Outlook Report. I'm Rachel Jones reporting live from Kalkine TV's Sydney studios. Now, the Australian share market is expected to open lower this morning. According to the latest SPI futures, the ASX 200 is likely to open the day 40 points or 0.55% lower. And that's likely weighed down by losses in heavyweight miners after steel futures fell due to muted downstream demand and also an easing of raw material prices. Yesterday, the Australian share market rose in the afternoon session as miners, tech and energy stocks did push ahead. At the closing bell, the S&P ASX 200 was 1% or 92 points higher at 7,405. The best performing sector yesterday was communication services, up 2.2%. The sector with the fewest gains was utilities, up 0.2%. The best performing stock was Zipco, closing 10.9% higher at $5.29. It was followed by shares in Mesoblast and Kogan.com. The worst performing stock was the Steadfast Group, closing 4% lower at $4.79. They were followed by shares in Polynovo and Aurea. The Australian Securities and Investments Commission has started a civil penalty proceeding against the ANZ Bank. And now this is related to benefits, including fee waivers and discounts not being applied under ANZ's break-free package. Also, as well as system errors impacting offset account calculations. The proceeding primarily relates to issues raised during an ANZ case study back at the 2018 Royal Commission into Misconduct in the banking, superannuation and financial services industry. The ANZ has admitted to making false or misleading representations to customers, according to a statement from the regulator. The bank and the regulator will submit to the court an agreed upon $25 million penalty. Moving on, and the ACCC will not oppose the proposed acquisition by Cleanaway of 2 landfills and 5 transfer stations in Sydney from Suez. Cleanaway and Suez provide waste management services nationally. In Sydney, they own landfills and transfer stations. Suez also owns a putrescible landfill in Sydney, but Cleanaway doesn't. Now, putrescible waste refers to solid waste which contains organic matter such as food and general household and commercial waste. And Oz Minerals will sell its Jericho and Eloise joint venture interest, that's 80% and 70% respectively, to Metallica, a subsidiary of partner Minotaur Exploration. This sale is for $6.6 million. Oz Minerals Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer Andrew Cole says the resource at Jericho didn't meet their requirements to continue, so they agreed for Metallica to gain 100% ownership of the project. Oz Minerals has copper-focused exploration joint ventures with Minotaur in the Cloncurry region of Queensland and Gawler-Creighton region of South Australia. Well, now it's time for a very short break, but stay tuned for more news set to affect your trading day.
Hi there, James Preston for Kalkine TV. Are you into gaming and virtual reality? Does AI and the endless possibilities it entails capture your interest? Or are you constantly trawling through the web to try and discover the latest updates and innovations in the tech space? Well, let us do the work for you. From the latest product launches to shocking affairs on the World Wide Web, exclusive interviews and information about the top companies like Apple and Google to brand new tech startups vying for your attention. Kalkine's Tech Beat has the latest in what matters in the world of technology. Join me every single Thursday on The Tech Beat, exclusive to Kalkine TV.
Welcome back to the Morning Outlook Report. I'm Rachel Jones, live from Sydney for Kalkine TV. Now over to the US now, and US shares gained after pharma major Pfizer says they are going to create a new COVID-19 vaccine with BioNTech by March to specifically target the Omicron variant. That saw Wall Street rise. The Dow Jones was up 0.09%, the S&P 500 was up 0.31%, and the Nasdaq settled 0.64% higher. MSCI's All-Country World Index advanced 0.34%, but the broad STOXX Europe 600 index closed down 0.44%. Oil prices rose, that's as traders continue to buy oil amid easing concerns over the Omicron threat. Brent crude futures rose 38 cents to settle at $75.82 a barrel. WTI settled up 31 cents to $72.36 a barrel. Gold prices rose after the US dollar softened overnight. US gold futures settled mostly unchanged at $1,785 an ounce. Meanwhile, the benchmark iron ore futures were up 1.5% at 659 yuan a tonne. That extends gains to a third day after jumping 4.2% in the earlier session. Well, that's all for the Morning Outlook report here on Kalkine TV. Have a great day trading and stay tuned for more market updates, economic news live throughout the day. This is Rachel signing off for now.